Coming into my 40s, I thought I had my PCOS well under control. Little did I know that as I approached my 50th year, things were going to get scary. I had absolutely no idea, and now I've realised that nobody is talking about PCOS in perimenopause. So I'm here today to start the conversation about what it's like to go through perimenopause when you have PCOS, and I'm going to talk about all the problems that I have encountered and the ways that I'm addressing them. If you or someone you love has got PCOS and is approaching 50 or even over 50, then please stay tuned to find out more. So tell me, have you noticed that no one is talking about PCOS in perimenopause? I have been all over the internet, all over YouTube, scouring it for information about what happens to women with PCOS once they approach perimenopause, and I can't find anything. I'm watching all the key perimenopause, menopause advocates online, and very few mentions of PCOS ever come up. And this is a problem because I entered my 40s thinking I had it all under control, and at some point during my mid-40s my world just fell apart and I had no idea what was happening. Over the last 5 years I have made so many trips to the GP about weird and mysterious symptoms, and they just seem baffled. They seem to have no idea how to help, and they give you that look that says, is this all in your head? And you start to wonder, is it all in my head? But if it is, why now? Why now that I'm approaching 50? Am I suffering so much? So, it's not in your head. You know that. I know that. And I'm here to start the conversation about what it's like to have PCOS in perimenopause. The really weird thing is that all this information about perimenopause going around on the internet now is so strange to me, because I realised that I have essentially been in perimenopause my whole life. And that's basically what PCOS is like. The thing that the GP will give to you when you are diagnosed, I was fortunate to be diagnosed at age 18, and they immediately put you on the combined birth control pill. And it was a blessing, and I tried several times to come off of it and use herbal remedies instead, and I had some success, but ultimately the best approach was always to be on the combined birth control pill. However, now that I'm 50, guess what? No one will give me the birth control pill anymore, not the combined one with the estrogen in. So over the past few years, I've been trying to make the transition to treatments that actually are available to me. And so at this point, I've been taking bioidentical hormones in the form of estrogen patches and uterodrestran capsules, which are the progesterone part. And I've been taking that for 2 years, and yes, there has been some improvement in a lot of the symptoms that I've reported, but not everything is plain sailing. There's still lots of problems that haven't been resolved by HRT alone, and that's why I'm here to talk about it, because everything that I hear online is all about HRT this, HRT that, and the suggestion is that that is going to solve all your problems. And I suspect for women that didn't have any gynecological problems, didn't have PCOS, that might well be true. But where you are also dealing with the difficulties of PCOS, then I don't think HRT alone is enough. So if that sounds like you, if you have been prescribed HRT and yet you still feel like your world has ended, then please watch on and subscribe to my channel, because that's what this channel is going to be for. I'm here to share my PCOS perimenopause journey with you. I want to touch upon some other topics, not everything I can cover in this one video, so I will be back in the future very soon with more videos. But I'm really going to focus a lot on the impacts of PCOS in perimenopause. I'm going to focus a lot on mood stabilization. I'm going to focus a little bit on weight control as well, because GLP-1s have been an absolute saviour for me. And I want to hear from you what other problems you are having in perimenopause, or even menopause if you are past that point, because I think with PCOS it's made the whole period of life so much more difficult, and I have been struggling not only with my health but also with sort of life in general, not wanting to go out, not wanting to drive anymore, feeling anxious constantly, and even having to take long periods of time away from work, which then leads on to financial problems as well. So I want to cover all of these topics in future videos. If this is something you're interested in, then please hit subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. I also have another channel, which is Midlife Makeup Marie. So if you are interested in seeing more videos from me about makeup, then follow me over there as well. But this is my new channel, and this is dedicated to midlife. So this is channel Midlife Marie. I hope you will join me every week for my discussion on PCOS in perimenopause and everything that entails. And I hope we can build a wonderful supportive community of women here who are all going through the same thing and yet are not able to find a lot of support or advice online, not without paying an arm and a leg anyway. So thank you for watching. Please come back next week for my next video, and I'll see you again then. In the meantime, take care. See you soon.